Welcome back to another short video that I would like to make on Bitcoin. So these are just some similarities that I noticed between the current cycle that we are in and the previous cycle. So as we can see over here, you can see that this is the current cycle that we are in, and we are currently being pushed down by the bull market resistance band. I guess you cannot really call it a support band. You might as well consider it to be a resistance band because it is providing resistance to the price. You can see that, I mean, we've been underneath this thing since April, and we are really getting squeezed in tight over here. Now, if we go back and look at one of the previous cycles over here, back in 2018, we can see that something similar happened, right? So we had our blow off top, and then we came down, we came below, we came above, just for a moment, and then fell back below it, and then it just kept pushing us down. There was a fake out over here, but it just kept pushing us down, squeezing us between this insane level of support, which was here, which held for how long? Very, very long time, right? From like, say, October basically until November, so almost a whole year this held the support, and then the bottom just fell out. Now, if you look at this and you look at where we are currently, I mean, I think it tells a similar story. I think it's really telling us a similar story, and I think something very similar is going to happen, because right now this is a level of support that we have had. We have this right here, this sort of 17K, bounced here once, held it, and I think we're going to screw around over here while the bull market resistance band comes in lower and lower. And then eventually what I believe is going to happen is the bottom is going to fall out, and we're just going to drop down over here. I mean, if we take a look, at from the all-time high, how long from the all-time high, what was it from the top to the bottom? We can see that we fell 84%. 84%. Now, if we were to do the same, right, and look at this from the all-time high to where we are now, we have fallen this time approximately 74%, 73, 74%. And I think that once we come here, this 80% level, this will be the perfect opportunity to buy around here. Now, could we go lower? Sure, we could go lower. Another issue is that now that we have institutions buying Bitcoin, there's more and more correlation between us and the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. And it makes sense, because the same people who are investing in the NASDAQ are the ones, and in the traditional markets have begun to invest in Bitcoin. So we can kind of assume that there's going to be some correlation between these two things. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on that, and just bring a little attention to, I see some people saying buy the dip, but I don't really believe that now is a good time to do this, unless something extraordinary happens, government-wise. Like, of course, if the United States suddenly decides to ditch the dollar and adopt Bitcoin, then yeah, but I mean, that's not going to happen. Let's be honest, that's really not going to happen. So I think we still have a ways to go, and the halving isn't going to happen until 2023. I'm not exactly sure when, but I mean, we can have a look. Next Bitcoin halving. So, is it 2024 actually? April 2024. I believe that was in 2023. That's insane. So the Bitcoin halving is not happening until 2024, and usually what happens is that the price bottoms out before the halving, and then it'll start going up from there. But the rally won't happen until around 6 to 12 months after the halving. So I really believe we got a ways to go, guys. It's unfortunate, and I know a lot of people are stuck. And we're living in some really dark times, but just keep your head up. We can see the chart. I believe this is a good investment long term, and you just got to think long term and zoom out. This thing, if there was more data, we could see that it was worth, back 10 years ago, like, a couple $100, and now where it's at $20,000 and we're like, oh, it's not worth anything. So remember to keep the long-term goal in mind, and everybody take it easy. Stay safe. And oh yeah, and another thing I wanted to show just before I go is the RSI over here. So we can see that in the relative strength index that there has been a down. Well, there has been this resistance that has been pushing it down, and it's interesting, isn't it, that like here is when the RSI was the highest, and not here, even though the price was higher over here than it was over here. So we can see that this hasn't been broken yet, and I don't think it will. I think it'll continue to go down, unfortunately. But yeah, so everybody just take care, stay safe, and take it easy. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.